This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
We're back, and with us right now is Roger Stone. And Roger is a near drop away from President Trump. What's the latest hot news, Roger?
Well, John, I'm actually on my way to Mar-a-Lago right now for dinner. I think the president has hit the ground running. Very pleased with the selection of Tom Homan, the former ICE director, now the immigration czar, who will begin to fulfill President Trump's promise to deport illegals, starting with those who have criminal records, either in this country or in the country they came from. Once again, Donald Trump picking the right man for the job. Homan, who's a friend of mine, is a tough, straight-talking individual who always does what he says he will do, very much like Donald Trump. I think this is a great, great appointment. And then, of course, New York's own Elise Stefanik going to the UN. I think that's an excellent choice. I'm also very excited about Anthony Constantino, the business man who is the head of StickerMule.com. He's announced that he's going to seek that seat, a Republican seat. I think that will be a save for us.
By the way, Roger, there's some breaking news. There's some breaking news a few seconds ago that Trump has picked John Ratcliffe to be CIA director.
Yes, I was very pleased with that as well. As you know, he was briefly the national security advisor, had a lot of opposition among Senate Democrats, a former congressman from Texas, I believe. Another excellent appointment by the president. The real focus, John, is really on this vote tomorrow in the U.S. Senate, where Senator Rick Scott, clearly the favorite of MAGA world, had the courage to endorse Donald Trump over his home state governor, Ron DeSantis, an outsider, a businessman, much like yourself, totally independent. He's my senator. He's been an excellent senator. He was a great governor. He'd be a great choice. Now, the two he is running against, Senator Cornyn from Texas and Senator Thune, well, they have a long record actually of not supporting the president, particularly in the Mueller investigation, the Russian collusion hoax. All eyes will be on that contest. It will be interesting because it's a secret ballot. And these politicians, they don't like to show their hand, do they?
I never heard of that. Has it always been a secret ballot for, oh, my God. I wonder what's going to happen. Any gut feeling, Roger?
Well, let me say this. It'll be decided by the Republican caucus. And, well, the difference between a caucus and a cactus is with a cactus, all the pricks are on the outside.
I needed a good laugh, Roger. Thank you so much on that. Now, let me ask you, if you're going to see the big guy tonight, if he appoints too many, if he elevates too many congressmen, do we have a chance of losing a couple and then losing the majority?
I don't think so, John, because so far, at least, I think Republicans will hold Elise Stefanik's seat. I think Republicans will be able to hold any seat of a sitting member. I think the president's being very cautious about that. Now, Congressman Matt Gaetz was saying last Friday night at Mar-a-Lago that the president actually would not appoint any sitting Republican member of the House. But then the very next morning, he announced the appointment of Elise Stefanik.
Well, what about Mike Waltz from Florida?
Again, Mike Waltz is a good man, a combat veteran. I think that seat is among the most reliably Republican seats in the state. I have little doubt that we will hold that seat in a special election.
Governor Pataki?
Yeah, Roger, you mentioned the Mueller investigation, and one of the things that has had me most upset about the Biden, Obama, and Harris era has been the misuse of the Justice Department, and you know that from firsthand experience. We haven't heard anything about potential appointments to not just to Attorney General, but also to other critical high-level positions in justice. To me, one of the most important things the president can do is straighten that out and end the partisan use of the entire Attorney General's office for political means. And I wonder if you have any thoughts or any ideas as to what the president is thinking on this.
Well, look, I don't think the president is focused in any way on revenge, but I do think he wants to return us to a system in which we are governed by the law, not by politics. And yes, I did go through that personally. It's very clear to me based on John Durham's report that CIA Director Brennan, FBI Director Comey, I think their actions are both illegal, and I think you could make a pretty good case that they were traitorous. Now, those are things that should be decided by a grand jury and a trial. We have a system for that. It's not about revenge. I think it's about protection under the law. Additionally, in all honesty, I'd like to see Speaker Johnson appoint a committee to investigate the January 6th investigation committee in the House, where we know now that perjury was suborned, certain witness testimony was suppressed, other exhibits, videos were created using AI. I think there needs to be a full investigation of that entire farce.
Well, Roger, have a great dinner tonight, and God bless America.
Great to be back with you, particularly you, Governor Pataki. I salute you. Thank you so much for having me, John.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roger.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people. O'Reilly.